thought about it, but some of these wasteland traders, well, they aren't exactly the organizational type. It'd take a pretty savvy businessman to make it worth their while to work together. Frankly, I'm not sure even I'm up to the task.
That's a real shame. I have all these caps and nowhere to spend them.
That certainly is quite a lot of caps. It really would be a shame for those to go to waste, wouldn't it? I suppose I can call in a few favors with the caravans, talk with them about their inventory. Must keep the customers happy, right? So you just let me know what you'd like to see from the caravans, and I'll let them know what to focus on.
Haha. This is where we boost up their inventory and the repair skill too, which is a nice bonus. Let's talk about weapons.
Then you'd be looking for Lucky Harith, adventurer, martial artist, and occasional collector of the most deadly items known to mankind. He's a bit of an eccentric, but he deals in more weaponry than you can shake a sharp stick at. In fact, he's probably got a sharp stick, too.
He should expand his inventory.
Harith's got quite a lot of weapons, but I'm sure he could improve his stock. An investment of 200 caps should see to that nicely.
That's good investment. Here's 200 caps.
Excellent. Harith will be delighted. He usually is by most things, really.
He should expand his inventory further.
If Harith were a less reputable man, I'm sure he could use his armory to collect even more weapons. But he's a merchant, not a raider, so it's legitimate means only. Like a legitimate investment of 500 caps.
That's a good investment. Here's 500 caps.
An investment in weaponry is usually returned in short order, after all. I'll inform Harith.
He should expand his inventory.
That simply isn't feasible, I'm afraid. Harith's gear already rivals some mercenary armies. Anything further would be asking for trouble.
Fine. Enough about that.
Sure thing. Interested in any of the other traders?
Let's talk about... Let's see, do you have any traders that deal with miscellaneous goods? The reason why I ask this is because the miscellaneous trader guy has the best repair skill once you get him invested, so that's why.
That'd be Crazy Wolfgang. He does repairs and general supplies, but he prefers to call himself a junk dealer. As he says, he's overjoyed to assist those who have a deep need for his junk. He's just like that. Says it catches people's attention.
Can he offer a wider variety of junk?
With an investment of about 200 caps, I'm sure he could improve the quality of his materials, or at least offer more of them.
That's a good investment. Here's 200 caps.
Excellent. I'll see to it right away.
You should offer even more junk.
At this point, it would require another pack Brahmin to carry his wares. But for 500 caps, I think he could offer more.
That's a good investment. Here's 500 caps.
Isn't it, though? I'll inform Wolfgang immediately.
He should expand his wares further.
At the moment, Wolfgang's practically carrying an entire junkyard with him. Anything more, and he'll have trouble with the traveling part of being a traveling salesman.
I know how he feels. We're carrying a bunch of junk with us all the time, too. That's enough about that.
All right, you're the boss.
Let's talk about the trade caravans again.
Sure thing. Which one would you like?
Let's talk about armor.
Our man Crow handles most armor and clothing out on the trail. He grew up a tribal, but he traded in his loincloth for much snappier apparel long ago.
He should expand his inventory.
It takes a fair amount of capital to expand into higher quality material, you know. Improving Crow's wardrobe would require a one-time investment of, say, 200 caps.
That's a good investment. Here's 200 caps.
Excellent. I'll send word to Crow right away.
He should expand his inventory.
Crow's armor is already rather extensive, but I'm sure it could be even more impressive for a one-time investment of 500 caps.
That's a good investment. Here's 500.
Isn't it, though? I'll send this right along to Crow. At this point, the merchandise of our man Crow is the best in the wasteland. I fear it's beyond improvement with further investments. All right. Sure thing.
Let's talk about food and chems.
Ah, then you'll be wanting Doc Hoff, or the Good Doctor, as he prefers. He prescribes everything from a good meal to stim packs to things that'll make your brain get up and dance.
He should expand his inventory.
The Good Doctor's lab equipment isn't cheap. It'll cost about 200 caps for him to offer higher quality material.
That's a good investment. Here's the 200.
Excellent. I'll send word to the Good Doctor right away.
He should expand his inventory.
At this point, it would be hard to improve Doc's medicine cabinet without a significant investment. Say 500 caps should suffice for him to offer a whole cornucopia of pharmacopoeia.
That's a good investment. Here's 500.
Isn't it, though? I'll send this right along to him. As much as it hurts me to say it, there's really only so much that money can buy. The Good Doctor's supply cannot be improved at this point. Sure thing. All right.
Anything to trade around here?
You can usually find one of the trade... Other than them, Porter's always got food for sale down at the diner.
Can you repair?
We used to have a better mechanic, but that didn't work out so well. I'll see what I can do.
Alright, so that's it.
Good luck.
So I've basically done what I wanted to do here in Canterbury Commons, which was make the traders as good as they can be. Boost up their repair skill, their inventory, the amount of caps they carry.
Excuse me. Oh man, did you see it? Did you see it? The antagonizer was all like, "Fear me!" But the mechanist was all, "Stop, evildoer!"
You sound just like Brian Wilkes, you know. Anyways, yeah, I saw it. What can you tell me about them?
The antagonizer, she's this evil supervillain who's trying to wipe out humans with her ants. And the mechanist protects us with his robots. And when they fight in town, it's incredible! There's all these lasers and biting and blood, and it's crazy! And then my uncle says I need to stay inside. He says it's dangerous. This is serious business, Derek.
Those guys must really liven the place up, huh? Anyone ever get hurt?
You think they're neat too, huh? It's not like they ever hurt anyone. Well, not like really badly hurt or anything. Dom and Machete make sure that everyone gets inside when they fight like that. Though sometimes I sneak out to watch. The traders and the slavers and the raiders, they don't like the antagonizer or the mechanist. They say they're bad for business. But that's dumb. The ants and the robots rip them to shreds. That shows them.
What do you know about the antagonizer and the mechanist?
You mean the superheroes? Yeah. I'll try to watch all of their fights.
What are their superpowers? Do they have any weaknesses?
That's easy. The antagonizer's suit makes her super agile. But I guess her ants are pretty weak on their own. Just watch out for her royal guard. The mechanist robots are a lot tougher. And his suit makes him super smart. I don't think he has any weaknesses. Well, maybe one. Since he's a good guy, he's not as ruthless as the antagonizer. Like, he'd never hurt an innocent like me. If he could help it.
What can you tell me about the antagonizer?
I don't know much about her except she really, really doesn't like people. That's kinda cool. I mean, sometimes people are jerks. I think her lair is somewhere in the caves to the north of the city. I've seen her ants down there once in a while. Joe Porter said he found out something about her, but my uncle won't let him tell me. He says don't encourage the poor boy.
What can you tell me about the mechanist?
I knew the mechanist back when he was just a normal hero. He used to be called Scott. Then he fixed up stuff around town. But one day, the antagonizer killed his favorite robot, and I told him he ought to fight back against her like a real superhero. Ever since then, he's been up on his forge and the back of the robot shop on the hill. working to protect us all from the antagonizer.
Know anything else that could help me stop them?
No way! Don't stop them, they're awesome! Unless, maybe you're going to be a superhero too. You could be called super humongous and fight them with an army of super mutants!
Yeah, whatever. That's enough.
Well, okay. It's okay, I guess. I heard it's safer than most places, because the raiders don't bother us. But I've never been anywhere else, so I don't know.
Bye.
Say hi to the Mechanist for me.
Yes?
Good to see you. Just stumbled into town? You sure picked a fine day for it, with the crazies out there. Here, have a drink on the house.